Hello. So we're going to do a cardio and core workout today. This is a little bit different to some of the other workouts that I've already posted. So it's a bit like some of the HIIT workouts, but we're not going all out. It will be a little bit less intense because overall we're not going to have as much rest. So I'll explain everything as we get going with the warm up. But what you do want is maybe a mat, because there is bits standing up and bits down onto the floor. You don't need any weights, so it's mainly cardio and core. There's a little bit of legs thrown in there as well, but we'll get started. So just find a little space, have your mat down, so we'll be ready to go once we've done the warm up. So we'll start off with a little march on the spot. So there are 10 exercises which we will do back to back. So we start up and then we'll work our way down towards the floor. Okay, so we'll have the feet apart and we'll punch forwards. There's a little mix of exercises. I'll give options as we go along for each one. So if there's something you're struggling with, you can change it a little bit. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll reach up and across, the stretching out the side, so everything is kind of focused around the tummy. There's a little bit of jumping around, not a massive amount, and floor work as well. So what we'll do is we'll stretch in front. If you sort of class yourself as a little bit more of a beginner, you might struggle with some of the moves and potentially the time. So we'll go back to reaching over the top. But you don't have to do the whole lot. So we're going to do 50 seconds. So if you want to start off with just 30 seconds, do 30 seconds or 40, whatever you can manage, and then just join in with the next one. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just bring the knee up in front. If you are fairly fit, then try and do the whole time. So the harder options are the whole time, and just keep it moving, and you can push yourself as much or as little as you want. So we will get the legs warm because there's a tiny bit on the legs. So have the feet apart, sit in the bum back, we'll come into some squats. So getting the heart rate up, more continuous. It's more of an aerobic workout rather than the all-out HIIT workouts you might be used to doing. So we'll do 3 more, 2, 1 more. Sit. Okay, so hand on the hip, what we'll do is we'll have a big stretch up and over to the side and back to the centre, and then the other way, up and over. So big stretch up. If you have any music and you want to put music on, that's okay. I probably recommend it. I can't put it on for the video, but once you know the moves, just have some background music on. So we'll have the arms up and just gently, little bend on the knees, rotating side to side. So it's all focused around the tummy, even lots of the cardio moves. So it's just a little spin side to side. Good. Okay, so we'll come into a little mini run on the spot. It's not a huge amount of impact. There is full work. There is a little bit on your hands, which we'll try and change, give options for. So we'll just start to bring the knees up, if you can, a little bit higher. And then we'll come out with some star jumps. If you don't want to jump, then just do half at a time. And then we'll get going. Sit and then having a little rest. Okay, so there's just a couple of exercises that I want to go over. One of the trickier ones, so have the feet apart. This is actually the second one. Onto my head, what we're going to do is bring your knee up to your elbow. So across and then down, and then across and down. I'm just going over some of them because I've only got 10 seconds in between each one. If you want to make this one harder, you can do it from a sumo squat position here. So if you want to do that one, let's have a look at the list. I mean, some of the other ones are okay. Should have enough time just to show you the move in between each one. The floor work is down onto the floor. I'll just do this next one. So your abs are tight. So this is number 4. So your harder option is to jump, bring the hands off, down, out. Easier, walk, hands up, hands down, walk. So those are probably the two trickier ones out of the whole lot. So we'll get started. You've got 10 seconds in between each one, 50 seconds. Just do as much or as little as you can. We've got 10 exercises. So I'm doing it by time. So we'll get going with the first one. So you're going to do little mini jumps, twisting side to side. Ready? And off we go. If you don't want to jump here, so if you can't do the jump, you can just do little twists by keeping the feet on the floor as long as the abs are tight. If you can't, you can do skips if you can't manage the twisting action. So you've got 50 seconds, a 10-second rest, then we'll move on to the next exercise. To keep the abs tight, arms up, little jumps, or twists side to side. So it's not all out, you just want to keep a nice steady level, but a nice continuous level. So on sort of a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being maximum, 1 being no effort, you go for about like a 6 or a 7 for each one. So nearly there for this one. Resting. Okay, next one. Feet apart, knee coming up, or sumo squat, knee. Ready? And if we go, so sumo, knee, sumo. So the sumo squat in the middle is the optional part. The main bit is this side bend, which you can do alternating if you don't want to do the sumo squat in between. So only come as far as you can. So a little side crunch over. Because each time is quite long, so you see why I sort of recommend putting some music on. They'll just hear me breathing. So it's continuous, not all out. So keep a nice steady level on each one. So you've got 5 seconds. And resting. Okay, next one. Bending the legs, walking it out, 2 crossing mountain climbers, walking it back up. Ready? And if we go, so bend the legs, cross, cross, reverse, up to the top. Bend the legs, walking out, cross, cross, back. Keep the abs as tight as you can on every single exercise. So they do work the tummy in different ways, and as we get to the bottom of the circuit, they will get a little bit harder for the core. So this is a quick sort of 20-minute cardio ab workout, and it is continuous. So you don't want to go all out unless you're feeling super fit. You can put as much or as little into it as you want. Resting. Okay, resting there. Next one. So the next one was the one I was on about. We'll do it this way. So you can either jump, lift, or walk. Ready? And we go. So lift, down, out, in. This is a good one for the tummy. Getting the legs going, getting the arms going. Your easier option is to walk, lift, down, walk, and then try and alternate legs if you can. Keep the abs tight, so now into the easier option. If you're happy with doing the harder option, stick with that. So harder, jumping, up, down, up, jumping, up, down, up. Doing well, so less than 10 seconds to go. Last one. Resting. Okay, calming back up. Next one. Elbow coming across to knee, cross to knee. And if we go. So we've only got 10 seconds in between each move. So more like an aerobics class rather than the all-out HIIT workouts that we have been doing. So think of it as like going for a steady jog rather than a really fast sprint and a rest. But working the tummy to keep this tight. That's it. So they get a little bit harder as you get down towards the floor. So we've got 5 seconds left. Resting. Okay, next one. So you're going to do fast sprint and quick punches. You can just punch if you want to. Ready? And off we go. So you can either do a sprint with some punching or just normal punches. Because we're working the tummy, we want to keep the abs tight, and then strong, fast, powerful punches. Maybe if you're doing like an easier beginner option, just do sort of roughly 30 seconds and then rest. So going back into the legs with the next one to keep this one nice and energetic. Got 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Resting. Okay, next one. Do it with me because this one's a trickier one. Basically, lower body is a curtsy lunge. Ready? So arms up and. So we're going to do a curtsy lunge, a side bend, then the other way. This time we're going to rotate. So curtsy lunge, turn. It's 2 on each one. Back to the top. Curtsy lunge, lean. Curtsy lunge, lean. Curtsy lunge, rotate. So legs and abs. And again, curtsy lunge. Just do what you can. And I'm going to come down onto the floor. Keep this locked in. Little lean. Five seconds. Resting. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the floor. This one we're going to swap halfway. Hands and knees. We're going to lift up and down, up and down. I'll tell you when to swap. And if we go, so lift, lift. So locking those abs in tight. Opposite arm, opposite leg, lifting up and down. I'll tell you when you're halfway to swap. So 2 more after this. And swapping sides. So nice flat back, abs locked in super tight. Opposite arm, opposite leg, lifting up. Ten seconds to go. So nearly there. Resting. Good. Okay, next one. Forearms, plank, tap, tap. Harder, jumping. So you're going to tap or jump. And off we go. So tapping, tapping. So 50 seconds here. If you can't manage to tap, you can hold. You can do it on your knees and not do the taps, obviously. So you've got 1 more after this. Halfway already. Oh. Got 20 seconds left. Just keep that, hit those hips tucked under, abs locked in tight, pushing the floor away. You have got 10 seconds to go. Tapping, nearly there. Resting. Okay, turn it around. Last one. Cycles, legs, cycles, upper body. And off we go. Oh, the nose is running, not attractive at all. We've got 50 seconds here. This is the last one. And then we're going to reverse it. Reversing the whole lot. So you're nice and warm now, you know the exercises. Just do as much or as little as you can. If the upper body is too much, you can rest the head, you can put the hands under the bum, you can just do the legs. So nearly there. Ten seconds left. Resting. Good. Okay, so we're going to reverse that. So that means we're going to do that one again. All again, back up to the top. Ready? Cycles. And if we go. So we're now starting at number 10. We're going back to number 1. So we start on the floor, reversing it all the way up. So it's like a continuous aerobic workout. So it shouldn't feel over the top strenuous, not like some of the bigger hip workouts. Keep the abs tight. So working the core, different ways. Some will be easier, some will be harder. Nearly there. Got to 10 seconds and we'll turn it over. We'll do the plank. Last time, each one. 5 seconds. Resting. Okay, turning it round, your plank exercise. So either hold, taps or jumps for more energetic. Ready? And if we go, so locking it in, abs tight, little taps. So now we'll start at the bottom and work our way back up to standing. Oh, everybody knows. You can jump it for harder. Oh my god. Oh, this is killing my tummy. You know all the exercises, you know what's to come now. So use that as motivation. 10 seconds. Last bit. Oh. 5 seconds. Oh, why is it hurting so much today? Resting. Okay. Your 4-point opposite arm and leg lifts. Ready? And so half the side with leg and arm lifting up and down. Your abs are squeezed. We'll swap after 25 seconds. Doing well. It's a little bit calmer this one. One more. And swapping onto the other side. Lifting up, down. So abs, still hold them. So suck those core muscles in. Nearly there. So going back into the legs after this one. Do take time standing up in between. So if you feel a little dizzy, just pause it and come back to it. So we've been on the floor for a little. Resting. Again, coming back up. Your curtsy combination. So curtsy, lean, lean, rotate, rotate. Ready? And if we go. So curtsy, lean, center, swap. Curtsy, lean, center, swap. Now we're going to rotate. So the rotation comes from the tummy here. So getting the legs going, still working the core, working our way up, back to the top, and then we can stretch. Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to rotate or I've lost what I was doing. I was talking, I wasn't concentrating. Turn, keep it going. Oh, turn, and lean, like the leany ones. So nearly there. Resting. Okay, so you've got your, either you're doing your punches or your sprint and punching. So squeezing this, strong punches, and if we go. You've got 50 seconds. One of the jumpy ones, only 2 of them. So cardio and core workout. Oh, nearly there. It's nice and strong, get it as quick as you can. It's the last time each move, 10 seconds left. Resting, good. Okay, next one. Strong, elbow, knee. If you want to make it harder, you can have a little hop in between. And if we're going, let's go across. In case you're wondering why I keep looking down there, it's because I've got a clock on the floor. Like an actual proper clock, not even a stopwatch. Yeah, opposite sides. So your tummy should be squeezed in. And you can add that jump in, so a little harder. So working at that 6 and 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's not over the top. Doing 1, 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds. Keep that squeezed. Rested. Okay, so your next one is down onto the floor, so getting those legs going again. So harder, jump, lift, easier, walk it. Ready? And if we go, so jump, lift, down, up. Make sure you're using those tummy muscles. Easier, just step it. So walk it, bring it in, down. If you can't take the hands off, just do the walks, then reverse it. So you can adapt things, so you can't see what you're doing, so I can't help with some of the exercises, but just a little bit of sort of thinking about it, or I can still do this, but I can make it a little bit easier for myself. So it's fine to change bits. Less than 10 seconds. If you're still jumping, keep jumping. So you're doing really well. Resting there. Good. Okay, so a little bit of up and down. Walk it out. Cross, cross, reverse. And off we go. So walking it out. Cross, cross, reverse. Back to the top. Walk it out. Cross, cross. Again, squeeze the tummy. Nearly there. Last push. Cross, cross. Adapt things to make them easier. You can add jump in here if you want to make it harder. So getting the tummy muscles going, nearly there. 2 more after this one. So 5 seconds. Resting. Good. Okay. Well done, everyone. Next one. We have got, move out of the way, your sumo squat, knee, sumo squat, knee. And off we go. So sumo, knee. So the reason I'm doing sumo, because it means your knee should be in a good place to come up to your elbow. If you can't do the sumo, just do the side crunch. Nearly there. Just remember to breathe. I got 1 more after this. Down, up, down. So 10 exercises down, 10 exercises up. 20-minute core and cardio workout. Last one. Resting. Okay, next one, last one. So your little twisty jumps or swishes or skips, any of those. Ready? And if we go, I'm going to do a little cool down. Unless you want to go on and do another workout, maybe one of the legs ones, that would work quite well, or one of the weight-based ones. Any of those will work well. Last little push. Oh, hair's flopping everywhere. My nose is running. What a mess. Let's keep that abs tight. Got 20 seconds to go. Nearly there. Little twists. Abs tight. 5 seconds. Well done. So have a rest. Get a drink if you want to, because I didn't give you much warning about coming back up. I didn't want to put you off when we first started by saying we were going to do the whole lot twice. So have a drink, walk it off, and then we'll do a little bit of a cool down to finish off with. 10 exercises, we do 20 in total. It's like from the start, a little 20-minute workout. Okay, so we'll have a bit of a stretch out. We'll do your quads first. So you can use a wall for balance. When you're ready, pick up one leg and then just stretching out down the front. It's not as energetic and as intense as some of the HIIT workouts, but on a flatter level, but just going continuously through. So we'll swap onto the other side. So find your balance, pick up the other leg. You can team this workout with other ones. So that's why it's good to have the music on, because once you know the moves, there's only enough time to either just watch what the next one's doing. So you can have your own music on the background. Okay, so what we'll do, stepping forwards, a little bit of a lunge, pushing the back foot into the ground, because there was a couple of jumpy exercises. So you want to stretch out the lower part of the leg. You did well. So then we'll swap onto the other one. So then pushing the back foot into the ground. It's a nice quick workout that you can just do, no stopping in between, quite continuous. And then you can either do it before or after another workout, getting the core going. Okay, so what we'll do, just bring it to the front, we'll have a hand on the hip, like the warm up, but this time we'll just hold for a split second longer, relax in there. And then the other way, so big stretch up and over. If you have problems with any of those 10 exercises, let me know, I can change it. And then you have your own little workout that you can do. And back. And then we'll grab the arms behind and we'll lift, pull up. So just from kind of like the planky exercises where you're probably a bit more rounded, we'll just pull that back. And then lowering the arms down. Good, well done. So you can make that a little easier by doing less of the time, and you can make it harder by doing the full 50 seconds, pushing yourself a little bit more, doing the harder options. But it's just a nice little 20-minute workout just to get going with. So good, hope you enjoyed that one.